Miguel. I'm going to get right to it, man. I'm going to get right to it. Because the game about to come on and I ain't got time to really be BSing with a bunch of long talk, right? But I'm going to just get to the point of what I see out here. You feel me? You know, I know it's a battle against the sexes. Women say this, men say that. Red pill, blue pill. Women ain't shit. Men ain't shit. I get all of that. But the topic I'm going to handle today is sneakers. I know that's out of left field. But I'm going to tell you why sneakers is the main topic. Because I get up and I watch my little sneaker YouTube stuff because I love kicks. You know, I've been liking kicks. I like my shoes. No matter how old I get, I like to throw on some fresh kicks with some fresh fits. You know what I'm saying? Just to show you what I'm wearing to get that over with. You know what I mean? Some custom blase blahs to go with my blase blah. But nonetheless, right? I see all these videos in a row of these guys face poked out, crying, boo-hooing, blue, 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 blue. Now, let me put in perspective. A lot of these guys is my age. I see gray hairs on a lot of these guys. You know, these is grown men that I see boo-hooing with a shoe in their hand, talking about, oh no, these are going to be limited. I really wanted these shoes. There are only going to be 10,000 of these shoes. Oh my gosh, that is wrong. We're not going to be able to get our hands on these shoes. We're going to have to pay resale for these shoes. I'm like, golly, y'all really look pathetic, bro. You guys look pathetic. And for any women out there who might stumble upon this, take time to go and look up sneaker YouTube. Go look at a lot of sneaker YouTubers, and you'll see a lot of simping ass ninjas, right? If you want to see some simps, some real suckers, go to YouTube and look at all the people reviewing sneakers. Watch their whole mannerisms. It's a lot of estrogen in these guys about sneakers. Like, I've never seen so many guys so passionate and so upset about sneakers. If they put as much love into their relationships or trying to get a relationship with a woman and as much effort as they do with trying to get these shoes, if they put that much effort into pursuing women, their success rate will be a lot better. You know? Now, me, myself, I consider myself, I'm out the game. You feel me? I'm 50. I'm not hiding my age. I'm 50. I've done all I'm going to do. You feel me? Anything that's going to come my way is going to come my way. One thing I can say right now, you can never find a woman in this world who could ever find me and say she upset with me. Trust me, every woman that I've ever known intimately still loves me to this day. I bet money on that. Let's get over that. I ain't gonna gloat about myself. I just want to get on this topic about these shoes that these guys are crying about. Oh my gosh, Nike is only putting out 10,000 shoes. I really wanted these shoes. We're not going to get these shoes. Bruh, to see you guys do that, I can't tell you how I feel, bruh. I just really can't tell how y'all feel. Y'all, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to call y'all out y'all names, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's some sucker shit. It's some sucker shit y'all niggas is pulling with this boo-hooing about a shoe, my guy. A shoe, a sneaker. Let's go down the line. All right. I'm going to just give you the last 2 months, right? 2 months of sneakers, right? Boom. This was a sneaker, right? With no big deal, right? But you know, I caught mine, right? Didn't boo-hoo about it. I just caught my shoe, right? But there were some people who, oh, I gotta have this shoe. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do without this shoe. All right, boom. That's one. Okay, I'm gonna try to get through them quick. Here's another one. Now this shoe, nobody even wanted. Nobody wanted this shoe. Then I get a call the day of, somebody calling me, hey man, you got them shoes? You got the blue 12s? I'm like, nah, I mean, you should be able to go to the store and get them. I can't find them nowhere, man. I can't find them nowhere. I'm like, bro, you should have called me a couple of days before. I could have made sure you got them. But yeah, nah, he didn't get them. But then he flaked on me. So I kept them for myself. So there's another pair of shoes. I can't get them. It's crazy. These shoes are limited. So there's another pair of shoes they crying about, right? Shoes, bro, right? I'm getting down to it. Let me break. I'm just breaking down what's like. Now these weren't too bad. I actually like these, right? I actually like these. And these were the ones that they were like, oh, I don't like these. I didn't like the patent leather. These shoes, no, the patent leather doesn't go on these. They're hella ashy. These shoes I don't like. But to tell you the truth, these are the dopest ones so far. I wore these shoes three days in a row, and I hardly ever do that. I hardly ever even wear my shoes as soon as I got them. But these hard, right? But just to show you where you guys' minds are at. And I want women to see where you guys' minds are at. And they will understand why it's a lot of simps out here. And it's a lot of sucker dudes out here who can't relate to women because they got too much hard-ons for sneakers. All right? What shoe is this? Oh, yeah, it's another shoe. This ain't even for me. I didn't even want this shoe. But then I got this shoe for someone else, right? This shoe just been sitting chilling. Now, I bought my nephew the Jordan 4s. Then I got him some ones for Christmas. I mean, you know, just a gift. The reimagined 4s. Then I gave him some Jordan 1 high OGs for Christmas, just a gift. Don't you know that little nigga had the nerve to be like he wasn't happy? Then he hit me a couple days talking about could he trade those, could he trade the other shoes, the Jordan 1s in for these and the Fear 4s? Like, what? I was like, yeah, if you give me the Jordan 4s back, I'll get you these. I'll trade you these for the Jordan 4s. No, I want to keep both. Now, this is my 16-year-old nephew, right? So what he said, I'm like, nah, I mean, you know, I ain't going to do that. I said, you can either have one or the other. He was like, well, I just, save up my money. He got a little job. I said, they $250. He said, okay, when I get my check, I'll buy them. Now, mind you, he lives with his mom, right? So he said he's going to take his first check to pay $250 for those shoes I just showed you. So my next thing was asking him, I said, you ever thought about helping your mom with your bills? His answer was flat out, no. I pay my own phone bill, though. I ended that conversation, right? He's going to need some work. You know what I'm saying? He's my nephew, but he's not my son. So, I won't overstep my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? I can't do much. If his mother let him get away with that type of stuff, there's nothing I could do about it. But I think that's some sucker shit for you to be 17 years old, got a job. You got 5 pair of Jordans for Christmas, and you still not happy. And now you want to spend your first check on another pair of Jordans that costs $250. Your mother and you just moved into a new house that you're renting. You're not even buying the house. You won't put no money towards the bill, but you think you paying your own phone bill matter. Man, get out of here. Let me get off. That's just that. Now that's just nephew, right? 17. But I include him too, because I bet he out here trying to get his Peter wet. He trying to get his Peter wet just like you grown ass niggas out here. Y'all here trying to get y'all Peter wet. Y'all want respect from women, but then look how y'all treat the women that are around you. You put these little dumbass shoes way before the women. And it's crazy. Just another shoe. Wasn't even tripping. I actually hit these, I hit these on the drop, on the sneaker drop. Right? Y'all know what these are. I'm not going to even mention it to the women. You know why? Because women don't care what these shoes are. Only you crusty ninjas care what these shoes are. That's what I be trying to get y'all to see. These women don't care what these shoes on your feet are. Just the fact that they're clean. That's all that matter, and that it matches. But yeah, these are the shoes I hit right here. And y'all know what these are. You crusty ninjas know exactly what shoes these are. I copped them for retail. So yeah, it was nothing to me. Was I gonna pay resale? No! I'm not gonna pay resale for these. I'm gonna hold on to them for about, I don't know, maybe a year. I'll sell them next Christmas, and I'll sell them for $600. You know why? Because that's what you crusty ninjas is focused on. That. And then another thing brings me to that. I'll start wondering, you guys spending this type of money on these shoes for resale. I got a question. Do you guys rent where you live at? Do you rent your apartment out? Is your apartment rented? Is the house you live in, is it rented? Or are y'all buying your house? And not just buying, have you bought your house? Because if you're paying mortgage to the bank, you still don't own your house yet. The bank owns the house. I'm just putting that out there. And I'm going to give you some, I got crazy shoes, right? But one thing about me, I never bought a pair of Jordans until 2021. What's today? Maybe 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I bought my first pair of Jordans. But I've bought 6 houses flat out before I ever bought a pair of Jordans. I'm talking about cash. Bought a house, cash. Bought the house, cash. Right? Whether I rented it out for a while, sold it, flipped it, refinanced it, took the equity out, bought another house, flipped it. I did all of that, right? I just so happened to have a back issue, which kind of stopped me from being able to do a lot of physical work. But luckily enough, I was able to, I couldn't do that type of work no more. So now I just, I do my studio work. You know what I'm saying? I run a studio. Right. Which I've known, for the longest. I got a studio. This is my studio. So that's what I do to make my money now. But I owned a house that I didn't owe nobody nothing. have to pay taxes every year of $1,000. I pay $1,000 a year on taxes. That's all I pay. So before I had my back surgery and my physical career ending injury, I was already set up. And then now I can chill. I'm not bragging. This is game that a lot of you YouTubers, I don't know what y'all on, bro. I don't know what y'all on. I don't know if y'all get paid because of y'all getting a lot of views, because a lot of things you're talking about doesn't make sense. It doesn't make financial sense to promote that these guys try to buy every pair of Air Jordans that come out 4 times a week. Or it doesn't make sense to try to get them to buy these to flip them for profit, because usually there's no profit left. The only people who are making a profit off of these shoes are GOAT, StockX, eBay. They're making profits off of the shoes. The kids who are spending their money and selling, they may come out with maybe a $20, $30 profit. A lot of times they've lost, because this last year the market's been so bad, there hasn't been any profit in these shoes. So there's been a lot of money lost if you think you're going to flip these shoes. And nobody's telling y'all that. All they telling y'all is, these shoes is going to be limited. I really needed these shoes. Then you look in the back like, bruh, you got over 300 pair of shoes. When will you ever wear all of those shoes? And then when they pull them out, you can tell they've never worn them. The guys don't even plan on wearing the shoes. It's the biggest load of BS that I've ever seen men engaged in. And I know that the younger crowd is who they are attracting. It is the worst misrepresentation, and it is the worst way to lead the youth, the future youth of this country. And I'm talking about America. You got even people from other countries trying to sell their shoes to Americans, because they realize Americans, for lack of a better word, are stupid, and they spend their money on anything. They're not smart with their money. They're not smart at all. The American government does not invest in intelligence of the youth. They teach you how to buy dumb things. They teach you how to be the biggest consumer of everything. They don't teach you how to grow anything of your own. They don't teach you how to build anything of your own. They don't teach you how to fix anything on your own. Everything that you're taught is how to buy services. And then you're not even taught on how to get money. You're left on your own devices to get out here and struggle and fight and kick and scream and collect felonies and all kinds of mess, depending on what neighborhood and what background you're from. And that's from my experience. And I'm talking like this because this last one just peed me off, bro. But no, it pissed me off. It pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? About these shoes. And it wasn't even this shoe, right? The shoe, the one today that I saw, and today is January the 21st. 2025, I don't even have the shoe. But you know what? Close enough. This shoe. This shoe right here, right? And if y'all know, y'all know. But there's a shoe that's supposed to be coming out, I want to say around All-Star Weekend, and it's called the Jordan 1 85 High Bred, the band Bred. Now it looks similar to this, but just imagine the colors flipped. This part would be all black, the check would be red, this part would be red, right? And they were called the Jordan 1 High 85 Band, right? The retail price on these were supposed to be $250, which is outrageous to begin with, because a Jordan 1 is $185. And that is outrageous. Jordan 1s usually should be around $150. I digress. But this is a Jordan 1 mid. I bought it a couple of years ago. This is what they would call the reverse band, right? But it's a mid. So for some reason, grown ass men want to say that no, this ain't it. It has to be the high OG, right? The high OG. But either way, a high OG compared to this is not much difference, right? You're probably talking about this much higher, and on the tongue it'll say Nike instead of have the Jumpman. But that'll be the only difference from a mid to a high OG, right? This shoe has got the sneaker community sounding very idiotic. And I've made up my mind that I'm kind of done. I'm done. I never considered myself part of the sneaker community, right? Anyway, I just buy what I like. I buy sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I don't break my neck to buy sneakers. Let me reiterate. I never bought my first pair of Jordans until 4 years ago. But by that time, I had established myself in real estate. I had bought and sold 7 of my own houses. I've helped other investors from out of state buy and sell their homes. I did property management. I'm not here to tell you the type of money that I made, but just understand that the house that I live in, I owe no one for. I pay the property taxes once a year of $1,000, right? That's less than $100 a month that I pay to live in this house. And I'm not going to give you a tour, but like I said, this is just my studio that I've set up, and I use it to, to make my money, because I've been doing studio work for a long time. So, yeah, and I'm not going to tell you how much I make there either, but you can imagine how much per hour a person with a studio charges. So that's money on top of whatever. So that takes care of my bills, right? And just know that what I need is taken care of. So however old I am doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, a lot of people say, man, you might be too old to buy Jordans. Well, I would say a lot of guys are too young to buy Jordans because they cost too much. And if you're not putting your life choices in a good priority, you won't have anything. You won't have anything. If you're paying 200 plus, and then if you're paying resale, so if you're paying $300, $400 per shoe, and you got a collection of 200-300 pair of shoes, it doesn't make sense if you're renting an apartment. If you're paying a car note, that doesn't make sense. And you wonder why you have problems with women. Look, man, I'm not going to go too far into it. But the people who are smart enough to hear what I'm saying, right? Just take what I'm saying, use it to your best ability and your best knowledge, and go. And those who don't care, then don't care. If your parents are rich, they're buying you these shoes, that's who this is for. When I was growing up, I didn't have these. The rich kids had these because their parents could afford these. I couldn't afford these. And even if I could, my mind wasn't on shoes. My mind was on trying to build myself up to become a man so that I can provide for myself and later on be able to provide for my family, build something for my family, get stability in my life. So now that I'm 50, and don't get it twisted, I haven't worked for anyone since I was 24. Let that sink into your head. Haven't worked for anyone since I was 24 years old. I've been an entrepreneur since 24 years old. I've stopped doing physical labor at 37 years old. So in a way, I've been retired since 37 years old. All the work I do, I sit right here. This is the work I do. I sit right here, and this is where I work. I sit right here, and this is where I work. This is where I work, y'all. Okay? So, some of you guys are going to take offense to what I'm saying, but some of you guys, you may catch what I'm saying early enough to understand what's important in life. Okay? And what is important is building yourself, establishing yourself. And I don't even know why I'm still holding this shoe. It's not important. But I'm holding it because it's the topic of the doggone discussion. This is what got people going crazy on the internet today. The fact that Jordan Brand said that they're only going to release 10,000 of these shoes in 23 different stores around the country. Only in the U.S. 23 stores, 10,000 shoes. So that shows you how this shoe company feels about you as a person. They want you guys kicking, scratching, biting, clawing, killing, shooting, stabbing, robbing each other for a pair of these shoes, because no way did they make enough of them for anybody to want them. And it's mental games that they're playing with you to make you want them even more, because now they're saying they're only 10,000. So in your mind, you think, well, if I can be one of the 10,000, that would make me special, when it doesn't. It makes you special, but not the special you think. It makes you special in a negative way. Special ed. You belong in special ed if you think that makes you special. Okay? And I'm showing you these because it's crazy that these same shoes, right? Couldn't give them away. But these are the same shoes that they're selling. I have the other ones. I just didn't have the time to find them. But this is the same shoe. But just imagine that this part right here, where it's red, it'll be black. And here where it is black, it will be red. That's what they're selling. These are called the reverse bands. I think last year they sold the regular bands in the mid top. And me, it doesn't matter if it's mid or high. I don't care if it's high or mid. It's a shoe. The difference in high top and mid top is literally that much height, fellas. That much height. So y'all, I had to get that off my chest. I really did. Because I'm upset. Now, if it was a bunch of kids out here doing that, I'll let it slide. But I see some of you grown men out here with a sad face, boo-hooing, complaining to Jordan Brand about the number of sneakers that they put out, as if they care. Put your energy into other things that can affect your life in a positive way. Men and women relationships are at an all-time low. Men and women can't get along for nothing. If men and women can't get along, then the family structure can't get along. Kids can't have a positive environment if the men and women within the community can't get along. Focus on that. You guys over here focusing on what Nike doing about shoes, and then at the end of the night, you want to talk down on about women and how they hoes. You in these shoes, they don't make you no better. The way you guys act for shoes, no different than the women when they go get their BBLs, when the women go out and twerk, when the women go out and see other different men and seek attention, because that's what it boils down to. The only reason you're getting these shoes is seeking attention. And you're not even seeking attention from women, because women don't know the difference. You bums are out there seeking attention of other men.